M-1 Global presents.
Прежде чем спортсмен поднимется в рейдж, позвольте представить судей этого финального поединка. Главный судья Алексей Земсков, Россия. Лукаш Босацкий, Польша. Евгений Грибков, Россия. И Марко Броуэрсон, Королевство Нидерланды. Судейская коллегия аккредитована Всемирной ассоциацией WMMA. А прямо сейчас, дамы и господа, в синем углу рейджа спортсмен из России представляет команду Fight Spirit, город воинской славы Колпино. Вячеслав Василевсky по прозвищу Russian. Спортсмен в красном углу рейджа представляет команду «Новый поток», клуб «Рус Файтерс» из Петербурга и авторскую школу «Шторм» из Омска. Встречайте! Александр «Шторм» Шлеменко! Боевых единоборств Александр «Шторм» Шлеменко!
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is for the M-1 Middleweight Grand Prix 2016 final. Now let me introduce your fighter in the blue corner. This fighter is 28 years old. He weighed in at 84 kilograms. He stands 179 centimeters tall and has a record of 27 wins and only 4 losses. He is Master of Sport in Combat Sambo, 2-time national hand-to-hand combat champion, 5-time World Combat Sambo champion, M1 selection, 2010 champion and former M1 light heavyweight and middleweight champion, representing Fight Spirit, Kolpino, Russia, Vyacheslav Vasilevsky. And now welcome his opponent in the red corner. This fighter is 32 years old. He weighed in at 84 kilograms. He stands 180 centimeters tall and has a record of 52 wins, 9 losses with 1 draw. He is 2-time Bellator middleweight Grand Prix winner and 3-time Bellator middleweight champion. Representing Rus Fighters and Storm Fighting School from St. Petersburg, Alexander Шлеменко.
Red corner, blue corner, center of the ring. Grand Prix final, 5 rounds, 5 minutes. You both know the rules. Listen to my commands. Take yourself all the time. Shake hands if you want, otherwise get back to your corner.
Your referee, Marco Brusen.
Good. Time ready. Fight is ready. Fight.
Well, Ian, neither of these fighters really need an introduction, so let's get right into it. Immediately, first thing you saw was there was no touch of gloves. There's no love lost between either of these two fighters.
No, both guys really want this. They don't want to show weakness by touching gloves. It's not that they don't like each other, but there isn't any love for each other, that's for sure.
Certainly, especially the stakes are so high this time. So high. There's a championship title on the line here. Winner will challenge for the middleweight title. There's a difference here, ladies and gentlemen. This is for the M1 Grand Prix 2016 championship belt. And the winner will face Ramazan Imiv when he's back from injury.
And not only that, it was such a close decision last time. Each one of these guys want to prove it's not going to be close this time.
Certainly, and they have 2 more rounds this time since the championship fight. So it's 5 rounds overall. Could change the entire complexion of this fight.
Vasilevsky up against the corner rope.
Given that there.
Shlemenko comes back with a nice uppercut there. A little bit of dirty boxing there by Vasilevsky, grabbing a hold of the head, throwing the uppercuts, perfectly legal in MMA.
Indeed.
What we class as dirty boxing, because obviously it's an illegal move in boxing. Oh, but
Shlemenko answers back.
Uppercut with a left hook.
As you can see, Vasilevsky's already attempted a very different strategy to the first
Takedown.
fight. Exactly.
Takedown, yeah.
And grinding it up against the cage. Both are very intelligent strategies against Shlemenko, who has shown weakness during his stint in Bellator in those specific areas.
Blood coming from the nose of Shlemenko.
Vasilevsky, instead of training at his regular gym, the Fight Spirit team, moved over to Starsky Oskol to train with Fedor Emelianenko.
Shlemenko is a grinder. He will just put his head down and slug. He doesn't mind getting in close. He doesn't mind getting tagged as long as he gives a hard shot back. But he has come off the worst thus far. He's got a bit of a swelling over the left eye, but nice right hand. That wobbled Vasilevsky. Oh, he's gone!
Oh!
His legs went big time.
Noticing it there too.
I don't think it's a wise decision trying to take him down, especially after he's just rocked him like that.
Oh, they're right in front of us here, Ian. We can see there's a big cut open under Shlemenko's left eye, if I'm not mistaken. His face looks all bloodied up right now.
His nose is bleeding.
Straight out of a Freddy Krueger movie.
Oh, that got him again. He tagged him and his legs wobbled. Vasilevsky needs to be careful.
Well, that's exactly what happened in the rematch with Emiv. Tagged him in the opening round, dropped.
Shlemenko and he won a spinning back fist.
It must have landed as an elbow there.
It was very close indeed. Mouth was wide open for Shlemenko, wide open.
Vasilevsky's wide-eyed right
big
now.
high kick.
Vasilevsky wide-eyed. He's still there, but he definitely felt it. Shlemenko looks like a mess, but looks like nothing happened to him in terms of he's just still coming forward.
He faked from the leg and went high. He did that again.
Well, we expected.
Vasilevsky always fights with his mouth open. He always looks like he's gasping for air, but he never slows down.
He doesn't. He's a big come-from-behind fighter. When it gets late into the fight, as we've seen with his original fights with Ramazan Emiv when he won the middleweight championship, they blooded each
needs
other
to be
up.
careful. He's getting into a brawl with Shlemenko.
Which is exactly what Shlemenko
loves that.
wants. Exactly.
Shlemenko likes a brawl. Vasilevsky needs to keep his distance. He needs to pick his shots in and out. But the blood is pouring from the nose of Shlemenko right now. Going for the high crotch, going to try and pick him up. Now he's going for the leg. He needs to throw punches to the face while he can. There we go.
We've got 50 seconds left in this first round, and I need to see Slava do a little bit more than this if he expects to take this round now.
Well, what he's doing right now, working. It's working well. He's keeping his opponent up against the ring and throwing shots and scoring on points. Like you said, it's not Shlemenko's ideal game plan to be up against the ropes like this.
Not in the slightest. This is not where he wants to be. He knows how to get you into a brawl in a very sneaky way. You don't sense yourself getting into
Shlemenko
it.
has just looked at the referee and said, come on, I can't move me. And the referee just shook his head. No, the action is going, so let's keep it the way it is.
I don't understand fighters actually trying to nudge referees. The more you nudge them, the more likely they are to resist what you're doing, even if that was the move that they were going to do. Just so it doesn't look like the
There's only a weak referee will step in.
Indeed.
And he separates him right on the bell. Wow. Well, let's hope the rest of the fight keeps like this, because if they burn themselves out, they may get a little bit slow and lazy.
There's still...
I can't see it.
I know, there's still a potential 20 minutes to go in this fight, Ian. I cannot see them bludgeoning each other like this for 20 more minutes. I just can't. Someone's going down.
But this is a good game plan from Vasilevsky.
But can he maintain it? He still found a way to end into the brawl with Shlemenko.
Yeah, well, Shlemenko, because he likes to brawl and because he likes to be on the inside, he can throw them short little uppercuts feel up against the rope. And as you saw, he threw a nice right uppercut and then a left hook. And we've just seen the spinning back fist, which was an elbow. It was clearly an elbow. Not intentional, but the rules state that you can't catch with the elbow.
Indeed.
Round two.
Well, here we go. Hopefully another second round of war. Now that's a little bit better work from Vasilevsky. Oh, I was just going to say he hit and moved, but this time he's grabbed.
If he's going to grab for the clinch, I'd like to see him use the knees or use anything efficient, because as soon as he grabs for Shlemenko's head, Shlemenko lands punches to his face.
Shlemenko just waved them on. Shlemenko wants a brawl. That's what he wants. Nice kick to the body. And again. Well, you can see what Vasilevsky's plan is. Get him up against the ropes, wear him down, but he needs to be careful for them short uppercuts and left hooks.
Well, Slava's game plan, if he plans to stick him in the corner like that or take him down, he's going to have to see a lot of action, because referee Marco Brosin is not one to joke around with. As soon as he sees the action slow down, he separates the fighters.
I don't think Vasilevsky's plan will be do this for 5 rounds. I think he will do it for 2 or 3 rounds. Well, most likely 3 rounds. And then in the later rounds, the championship rounds, he'll know that Shlemenko is worn out and then hopefully take advantage with the strikes.
Indeed.
That's what I would think. If he's intending to do this for 5 rounds, it's not the best game plan. It's not the most strategic best fight, to be honest.
Well, sometimes you have to fight ugly to win, but I wouldn't like to see it over 5 rounds, such an anticipated fight, really.
The only thing I think with Vasilevsky and Shlemenko, they are finishers.
Indeed.
You know, that's what makes me think it's not going to be a drawn-out 5-round boring, up against the ropes kind of fight. There we go, they're striking,
I'd hardly call it boring so far.
He may be trying to just wear him down, ready to finish him. But I'd like to see some knees. I'd like to see some knees from here. And he's not utilizing those knees at all. Oh, nice.
Surprising strategy, to be honest.
I don't think it's a bad strategy because he lost the last fight they had because Shlemenko was good at the striking and he's just trying to avoid the strikes. But them little short uppercuts again.
I should have specified that I actually referred to him not using the knees. That's actually what I was referencing. I should have specified that. When he had him in the corner there, that was a great opportunity for those knees. He didn't apply them at all.
No mind.
Well,
Shlemenko said, no mine.
that's the best English he's got there, ladies and
he gets a
gentlemen.
takedown.
And he kept him down. This is where Slava wants to be, and Shlemenko's not happy. You see him scrambling.
He needs to grab the elbow, pull the arm back. That's the arm that he's trying to posture up with. He needs to grab the wrist and pull the arm away. The only way he can get up is without, there you go, he needs to pull the arm back. He's a bit too high. He went for the leg instead of the arm. It's the arm what's letting him get up. He should have pulled the wrist away.
He found his way up in the end. Or maybe Vasilevsky's happier cornering him against the rage.
I would definitely like to see the knees up against the rage there.
It's been a while since we've seen a second round of a fight, Ian. It feels like this whole event's been first round finishes.
Oh, that left hook.
Tagged him right in the face.
There's the knee. The knee coming from Shlemenko, not Vasilevsky. There we go. We need more of those. Vasilevsky with wrist control. He's left it now. Shlemenko is doing what Vasilevsky should do, but he's doing it with his back up against the rope. He's popping the uppercuts, throwing the left hooks and throwing the knees. Beautiful exchange. What I've noticed is Shlemenko. Oh, big right hand.
Shlemenko gets tagged there. Answers with a spinning back fist. 20 seconds to go in the round, and he goes for a takedown. Who would have seen that coming?
Good balance by Vasilevsky. He gets out of it.
Having none of it.
Shlemenko is slowing. He's slowing down. Oh, big right hand.
What? Did I catch that wrong? Did Shlemenko just stand down, let him punch him in the face
is
there?
Exhausted. He just collapsed to the side of the ring.
Surrounded by his team, including Bellator welterweight champion Andrei Koreshkov, and they all seem a little distressed, Ian.
The game plan's working. He's putting him up against the ring. He's wearing him down with punches. What you got to understand is when your back is up against the ropes like that, or up against the cage like that, it's very rare that you just relax. What you try to do, you try to push your opponent away. You try to throw punches back yourself. You try to throw knees. You try to reverse your opponent. And all that takes energy.
It certainly does. I have to admit, Slava's performing much better in the second fight here. He's not falling for Shlemenko's plan. He's using a much better strategy. He must have really... You have to think that loss really ate him up. It really bothered him, really frustrated him. And getting that second
Vasilevsky is on his feet walking around the ring. Shlemenko has just looked up.
You feel like he's really into it. Shlemenko, on the other hand, looks hellish at this point, to be honest.
I've never seen Shlemenko beat up so much in such a short time.
As I said earlier, he looks like
2 rounds as well. This is the third.
Looks like he came straight out of a Freddy Krueger movie. And Vyacheslav Vasilevsky is going to make this even worse for him now. This is quite a nightmare situation for Shlemenko.
Vasilevsky's got the body lock.
With this sort of game plan from Shlemenko and just aiming to brawl, he would have had no better shot.
Oh, nice inside trip.
A great trip. Shlemenko would have had no better a shot against Ramazan Emeev. Again, if this is the sort of person who showed up to this fight.
Needs to grab the arm again. He's going to pull the waist out. The waist might keep him where he is, but he's not going to go up on his back. He needs to pull the arm out if he wants him on his back. The strikes will work. The strikes will do. That's scoring points. He's got him nicely up against the corner post as well.
Yeah, not much for Shlemenko to do from here. He's trying to lift himself up, but it's useless. Slava has both hands clasped behind his back, or at least he did. You can't tell right now. He let go.
Trying to step over the half guard.
Now Shlemenko has his mouth hanging open. You can tell that is pure exhaustion.
Half guard it is. Oh, he drags him down. This is worse now. He might have been able to get back to his feet from the full guard. It's going to be a lot harder from half guard. He's going to step over to mount. He turns his back.
Oh, and this is Slava's opportunity.
Oh, Vasilevsky's going. He's gone
Not
high.
bad
He's
with
gone
the
high.
submissions.
A little bit too high. Nice reversals on Shlemenko.
But look at that. Shlemenko simply doesn't have the strength anymore.
He's squeezing the guillotine.
Whoa!
Vasilevsky drops down. He's tapped. He's tapped. Oh! Oh! Whoa!
What a comeback! What a comeback! How did that happen?
How can a man with that skill not defend a guillotine from standing? Wow! I am speechless.
Ian, both of us are speechless. This was
A guillotine from standing is not the hardest guillotine to avoid. He got choked, dropped to his knees, and he tapped. Wow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is MMA for you. You can win the fight dominantly and get killed with 1-0 submission. Oh my word.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we did predict that there would be a finish in this fight. We really did predict it, but with the way it was turning, the momentum shift, we never saw Shlemenko simply grabbing a standing guillotine choke and Slava Vasilevsky after such a well-calculated strategy for 2 rounds that he would end up tapping so quickly and so recklessly falling into such a submission attempt. It just goes to show you anything can happen. When emotions are high and so much is at stake. I'll take it over to my colleague Ian Freeman for our final decision of the night.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 2 minutes, 9 seconds of the 3rd round, we have a winner due to tap out from the guillotine and your 2016 middleweight Grand Prix champion, Alexander Шлеменко!
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Alexander Шлеменко is the one who's going to be meeting Ramazan Emeev for the middleweight championship as soon as the Dagestani champion is healthy again. For Ian Freeman, my name is Karim Zidan. Thank you for joining us today. Hope you enjoyed it as much as we did.
У него, во-первых, сегодня день рождения. Давайте ему подарим цветы. Просим вас. Слава Василевский! Что можно сказать? Конечно, удовольствие было наблюдать за этой схваткой, но победила опытность. Что скажешь, Слав?
Я хочу прежде всего поздравить своего сына, у которого послезавтра день рождения. Для меня сейчас это самое важное событие. Ему будет 1 годик. Станислав, поздравляю тебя и люблю. А то, что произошло сегодня, Но все видели. Произошла ошибка. Расслабился, отдал шею. Не смог уйти. Все просто.
Славик, ты отличный боец, мы тебя очень любим. Слава Василевский! А в день рождения, можно сказать, только одно: новых побед в ринге. Ну а сегодня мы поздравляем Александра Шлеменко! Наши поздравления, наши аплодисменты. 50 тысяч долларов убрал подальше, смотрите. Спасибо, Саша, спасибо за бой, спасибо за победу. Что скажешь?
Что сказать, я рад. Ребят, всех благодарю. Поверьте мне, это нелегко. Может быть, это выглядит так. Но самое главное для меня здесь, то, что миллионы парней маленьких, простых, таких же, как я, берут с меня пример. А я их стараюсь двигать в правильном направлении. В направлении силы и любви к нашей родине, прекрасной России. Всем спасибо, друзья!
Мы поздравляем всю команду «Новый поток», авторскую школу «Шторм», команду «Русфайтерс». Ну и слово, конечно же, Александру Иванову. Александр, что скажете об увиденном? С легким ли сердцем вы расставались с 50 тысячами долларов?
Очень красивый бой.
Это правда. Спасибо, Экспресс-групп! Спасибо, друзья. Наши поздравления. Александр Шлеменко, Вячеслав Василевский. Спасибо, друзья. Занимайтесь спортом. Всего доброго. До новых встреч!